Well, good morning, everybody. I'm waiting for my employee. He's taking some pictures of our little farm cats. He sent some pictures of our little kittens. We had some cats born around here. We have farm cats every year. And we had some, I popped my neck. We have, my employee's back there. I know you can't probably see him, but he's trying to take some cute pictures of the little farm cats. He sent a couple to my sister in New Orleans yesterday. And I woke up this morning and I saw that she had posted them. Said, oh, cute farm cats. He actually had taken some kind of cute pictures of the little kitties. And I said, well, why don't you take some original pictures for us to post on our page? So my sister, her name is Kirsten, is down there in New Orleans. Well, on her page, she had posted some pictures of the farm cats. I think she did them private. So we're going to post some public pictures. He's back. I can watching him. He's got them on top of totes. Full of products. I did my show yesterday at 7 p.m. Central Time where I sell items. Nobody filled any boxes. We haven't created the app links. This is what I'm doing a little different. You guys really need to get your butt into my show and save money. I'm ready to bonfire this stuff, guys. I could care less about giving you guys opportunity to make a bunch of money. This is no profit for me. I was convinced by other sellers that I needed to sell these things to you guys rather than just throw them in a bonfire or donate them to charity. It's $1 million I'm ready to toss down the toilet, guys. $1 million of my cost. I'm willing to sell those things much cheaper because I'm not even charging what I pay for it. I start at half of what I paid for the items. You pay for shipping. But what we do is you come into the show and you fill a box. You basically, I hold up, you either, there's two ways. You come into the show and say, I need bedding. Okay, what do you need? Then you say, I need queen, king, whatever size you need. My employee runs the warehouse and we just start holding that bedding for you. If you like it, I give you a price. You say, yes, in your box. And we fill your boxes. At the end, you say, I'm ready to check out. We add up your total. Let's say it comes to $100. I'll look at it. If you bought a whole bunch of really big, heavy things, I'm going to have difficulty not charging extra for shipping. But I'll look at it. If there's any way that I can just, you bought 100, I'll pay the $30 shipping or 20. Then you save even more. But certain things, like if you're buying a huge 16-piece comforter set, that's, 27 by 30 by, just ginormous. I can't get that in a cubic box and get it to you for around $10. That's going to cost you. So you do need to be aware of the shipping. But you don't have to buy anything until the end. At the end, after you've made all your bids and you've got your total, we'll figure out what it is for shipping. If I can squeeze it out and it's basically what you pay, go for it. If you have like a comforter in there that's going to bump the price up like 20 or $30 for the extra shipping size, I have no problem with you saying, no, because of that comforter, it's going to be too much to ship. Pull it off. And I'll just pull it off. We'll recalculate your box and we'll get you cheaper. Remember, I am doing this for you guys. Most shows and stuff, they're doing these little sales to make money back. Okay. I had to be convinced to offer this to you guys. I'm a bit annoyed that some of the people that said they wanted boxes filled. Now I'm doing boxes on private messages, so I am selling stuff. But I'm a bit annoyed that some of the people said they'd show up for the show to fill boxes haven't done it. Because personally, I'd already have my other business running in that warehouse. I would take a bonfire and burn all $1 million worth of crap. I don't care. It is in preventing me from starting my next business, which I've got lined up at real profit margins. So really, I am inconveniencing myself by putting on this show. I want that to be clear because most of the shows I do are helping shows and I'm enjoying it, and it's all for everyone's benefit. This is just because sellers convinced me not to make $1 million bonfire. Okay? If you want to take advantage of it, I'm not going to make this opportunity available very long. If I get a few people, it only takes 1 or 2 customers a show popping in and filling boxes, I'm content. I'll delay my other business. But if I can't start filling boxes in the show, bonfire time. I don't care. And that would be burning about $3 million of online value. I don't care because I'm not using it. To me, it's an expense. So I'm telling you in a long, kind of not overly pleasant way because I'm going to save you a bunch of money. I'm telling you not overly friendly like I normally do, because actually I'm ready to start a bonfire. I want that shit out of my warehouse so I can start making money with my real businesses. But I know way too many sellers that could really make a lot of money off what I'm giving away, basically. So I was convinced to do this. I expect to see results, or I won't do it. I'll bonfire that stuff. You guys lose out. I don't lose a thing. I just won't get back a little bit of the money that I've already flushed. I don't care. I've got to get going with my next business. So I'm really stressing that, how important it is to get in that show. Now, you can still buy some of the stuff, if I ever get it done, in my little app. You can create a box in my app, but you're not going to get the live show price. You're going to be paying what I paid for the item. So if I'm on the show and I have, hey! Dog getting on my nerves. If I'm on the show and I have a digital scale that I bought for $10, you're gonna pay $5. And you can fill as many things in the box as you want. Oh, jeez. 20 minutes. Get in here, Harry. What are you doing? Get in here. What was he doing?
What? The cat said that you did?
Oh, he was messing with the cats. All right, come on. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Move. Come on. Get it, fast. Harry.
Dog issues. And give Dexter his. He's driving me nuts. Bark. This is when everybody gets their feed. He's dancing. You know, labs will stand on their back feet and dance. He's dancing. He's so happy. He's hungry. He hasn't gotten fed since yesterday. And he got fed yesterday. Not very much. But that's not enough food for him. I need to buy more food. Oh no, there's more in there than I thought. Okay. Yeah, there's more than I thought. We're running low on everything, guys. I've had major money dramas. Yesterday got real screwed up. I was trying to establish a decent rapport with the businesses that I work with. And they had a serious theft problem in Morocco, which, by the way, is closed down today. So all that little drama and effort and hassle with the money, and my medical expenses went out, they got covered, but I have more coming out, and my transfer won't be in there till Monday. I thought it'd be in there, it was supposed to be in there yesterday morning, but I know why it was late. They had to wait for the verification of the funds being released. It happens. I had wheeled and dealed with two companies, PayPal and AliExpress, to get this little Morocco buy computers for free and then file false charges. So all the sellers sift the item. Of course, they're never going to get anything back. So they just file a bunch of things. Well, those people are all gone now. It took one day. All they needed is one seller to be hassled a little bit to submit the correct information, and they were arrested within an hour of them getting the information. They had been hovering, waiting for a seller to stand up and say, hey, I'm aware of this theft, let's get it closed. And I was the first one to do it in a year. So my reputation with these companies is very good. As a matter of fact, there's a reason I do all this inconvenience. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. I would just refund it as soon as I saw it was a high-risk charge. Refund it. I'm not on eBay. I can cancel anything I want. But I did my research and I'm like, oh my gosh. What the hell is this? What the hell is that? Bring it to me. I hate UPS. It's all wet. Look at this stuff from UPS. Oh, this is important. A lawsuit I'm doing.
Huh?
Lost my lawsuit.
Move it.
Yes, we have to do this.
What's that lawsuit?
Yes, this is. I can't believe. Look at. Who is this? UPS. Look at this crap.
Move it.
Sopping wet legal documents. Unbelievable. I'm calling UPS today. That's crap. Those are legal documents. I have all this stuff I have to fill out. One of the medications, guys, you know I'm very sick, guys. I don't know if you really realize that. I should have died like 13 years ago. 14, well, longer than that even. Well, one of the medications that I was given a long time ago wasn't properly FDA approved. Now, this has nothing to do with my business, you know, what's going on with me now. This is many years ago. Ooh, smelly, awful cologne. Oh my goodness. We won't have any problems with the dog today. President. Oh, actually, this isn't too awful. This is actually from the previous president, so it's not fake and yellow and full of
What is that,
bullshit.
President?
This is from the previous president, so it's not fake, yellow, and full of
Obama?
bullshit. Yeah, fake, yellow, and full of bullshit. I'm sorry, I don't like the president. I have respect for our country. I will not publicly. You notice, even when I kind of gripe about his policies and stuff, I don't ever do any personal attacks on my posts and stuff. Even though I think he's just the worst thing that has ever happened in the history of our country. And I am not kidding. Just look at how much more you're going to be paying by the time they finally get rid of him. I don't viciously attack the leader of our nation in public because he was elected by people. I don't know which people, but he was elected through Russia, I guess. But so I don't actually ever, write, oh, he's a monster and all that. Well, I might write that in comments, but I never post anything that's, significantly vicious. I don't believe in doing that. He was elected by our people, theoretically. And so because the general population elected him, I don't support him. But I'm not going to make a point to say how terrible he is. But that's another topic. So, as you can tell, my neck, I don't know if you can tell, my neck hurts so bad. I pulled a muscle in my neck. It's all swollen up in here. I can't turn my head. This is going to be fun driving. That's why I've been turning my head like this. What, Betty Booze? She's looking at me. Unless you're giving me a treat, leave me alone. Hey, Monica. What is the link if I miss the live show? Okay, write this down. There's an app. Everything you need to find is in that app. And the app is a bit.ly link, so it's real easy to remember. Or at least write down. Shh. It is bit.ly, 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 / capital D, capital D, capital L, capital S, HOP. Stands for Dragon Deals Live Shop. So that's a bit.ly link, bit.ly / capital D, capital D, capital L, capital S, capital H. Oh, no. Sorry, got distracted. HOP. So that's DDLS HOP. That's the app. Now, ooh, crap, I just pulled out in front of a car. Oh, they were turning. So it was they were slowing down. No wonder I thought it was okay. No, they were there. I did it because their light was on. I didn't realize it. I almost pulled out in front of a car on gravel. There's no cars here. It's amazing. I saw one, and that's still way far back there. All right, so that's DDLS HOP. Dragon Deals Live Shop. Now, the show times are always the same. It's 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is on my Facebook page or the Key Webco YouTube channel. It's just in the stream. Okay? So that's Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central. The other time that I did it yesterday. I'm going to leave it at that time for a little bit. It's kind of a bad time because it's Friday night. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Fridays. And that's, again, on the Key Webco YouTube channel or the Dragon Deals Live app will show you, gives you links where you can find where it all is. Now, here's the deal. I really need you guys to come and fill your boxes live. That's where you're going to save so much money. It is stupidly insane that I'm even doing this because I'm really just giving everything away and charging you a little shop and shipping. If the item costs me 10, the most you're going to probably pay is about $5. And you're filling boxes. Once the boxes are full, if you're spending $100 or $2, I'm going to look and say, free shipping. It might be $30, $40 to ship all that stuff here. Free shipping. I might even give you a discount on the whole box if you buy enough stuff. Because the objective is not for me to make money. I'd like to make a little money back. The objective of this entire show, I would have already had a bonfire, guys. I burned $10,000 worth of stuff the other day, and unfortunately, I had to take the video down. People were freaking out. Oh my God, I could have sold that. But then they need to show up for my show because I want a bonfire this stuff. I want $1 million flushed down the toilet. I need my warehouse empty so I can start making real money again. But I'm lollygagging because the opportunities for everybody that I know are just too great. I was convinced rather easily. I was bonfiring and several people got very upset. Oh, don't do that, Roger. You can donate to charity. Because I've already donated $100,000 to charity. I can't donate anymore. I need it out of there yesterday. So they said, well, why don't you do one of your shows? Or my relative. I just didn't wave. Why don't you do one of your shows and let people have stuff pretty cheap? Well, that's a pretty good idea. Maybe I'll get a little traffic in my show. So I'm trying to get some value out of this. Now, you've got to be in the show to get it super cheap. That's not the end of it. My lazy employee did not do his job yesterday after the show and take the pictures. So I'll probably get stuck doing that today. I really don't want to be doing a lot of this. That's why I want people in the show filling boxes. But the items that I held up, and maybe a few others, I'm going to put in the app with a price. Now that price is not show price. That price, oh man, transmission issues. That price is going to be what I paid for the item. If I paid $10 for a digital scale, I might mark it down $1. Get in the back. I might mark it down $1 or $2, $7.50 or something. But it's not going to be the $5 or $3 with the extra discounts after you're ready to buy all your stuff. It's going to be whatever that price is, added it up, and then the shipping added, no extra. Oh, I'll just toss in the shipping. So you can build a box, and it still will be dirt cheap. It'll still be a very better deal than you're going to get anywhere else. But the show is where you can make oodles of money, because if you're filling your box with the app, everything has a little bit higher price. That's not what's going to kill you. What's going to kill you is I'm not doing any extra discounts after you've filled your box. So if it takes 4 boxes to ship all your items, you're going to be buying 4 boxes and you're going to be paying that increased shipping. But in the show, I will try to deduct enough that you're getting these things even cheaper than what you were quoted, including the shipping. Because remember, I'm emptying a warehouse. This is not for profit selling. This is loss liquidation. I need that warehouse empty. What all it's going to take, guys, I know enough people, but I'm not one of those people that get up in your face and say, okay, well, damn it, I gave you over $5,000 worth of graphics, built 16 websites for you over the last 5 years, and all I need you to do is subscribe and buy some of my crap. I'd only have to say that to a handful of people, and all $1 million would be gone by tomorrow. I don't feel I should have to say that, and that's what's getting on my nerves. You can tell I'm annoyed. So I want people on their own to come to me and say, hey, thanks for doing this. Here's some money. Let's make money off of you. And that's fine. That's why I'm doing it. But I don't want to do this app stuff too much. I don't want to hold up stuff in my show and people not fill boxes with it. But I will, because I know not everyone can make the show. And you'll still get a really good deal. So this is how the app thing works. And I'm sure I'll probably make more sales in the app than I will in the live shows. Because people like convenience, and I get that. So here's how the app thing works. My lazy employee, I'm really ragging on him today because I'm very pissed he didn't do those pictures yesterday. When he brings the item up and I hold it up in the show, he's supposed to know the amount we have. He didn't know that yesterday. And it's like the number we have. So I did that yesterday, so I'm not sure the numbers. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. There is. I'm not sure the numbers. So today he will have that app ready, and what we'll do is we take a picture of something I held up in the show. You can watch the show and see what you could have gotten it for in the show and be all ticked off, but you're still going to end up buying it in the app because it's still cheap. So let's say it's that digital scale. That was the first item I held up. And that was in my show yesterday. So the digital scale cost me $10. They sell for about $25 or $30 online. It's not a big profit money item unless you bought several. I have 3. So really, I said in the show, if you buy all 3, you get them for $5 a piece. That means $15 for all 3. If you're buying them in the app, you're going to be paying $30 a piece and then the shipping. Maybe a little less. You see the difference? Or not $30 a piece, $30 for all of them and the shipping. So you're going to be paying $40 for 3 scales. Still a good price, but where's your profit margins? Your profit margins are in the live show. When you bought all 3 for $15, chances are it's a $10 box, right?
Yeah, it's the price of one.
So you'd probably pay for a $20 box. I'd only mark it at $5. You see the price difference? $30 just for the items plus another 10 for shipping means 40, or a $20 or $25 box for $15 worth of scales. That's a considerable difference. That's your profit margin. That's why you need to be in the live shows. But if you just want to use the app and get some good deals, those things will be available for you. Now here's the kicker. You can tell I want to do this in the shows. Here's the kicker. In the live show, if you bring up something that's in the app, if I've already had it in the show, you better be really charming, because I'm not discounting things after I've had to pay to have those pictures done and put in the app. That means I'm losing money on something that I wanted to bonfire. It's not a very good idea to make me lose money on something I want to throw away. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to really have to get a little bit of catered behavior here, because I'm ready to just bonfire everything. I'm ready to start making money on my other business, and I can't do that with that warehouse full of stuff. So it's important, if you know anybody, there's not like you're going to lose out any.
What is it?
Shh, don't get him worked up.
That's what it is.
Oh, there's a dog. Oh my gosh, I want to go play. He gets real upset when we drive by other dogs that don't stop. So, hey, enough. Enough. I said enough. Stop it. I'm trying to really get him to stop barking. No. That's not going to work. If it wasn't for the cancer kids, we wouldn't have Harry in the car. We'd have Betty Boop, which behaves. But the cancer kids all like the puppy. We're going to go see them today. Oh, my neck. Can you tell I can't turn my neck? Just look at this. You see that? I pulled a muscle. All right, so it's an opportunity for you guys to make a lot of money. I don't mean to be so cranky, but I can't stand it when someone says, oh, I'll come in and buy some stuff, and then they keep rescheduling and rescheduling and rescheduling. I even put a special night for them to come in and do this, and then they reschedule. So the people that actually convinced me to do this probably won't even do anything about it. But I'm still going to do it because it is an opportunity for people, but I'm not going to do it very long. I've got to get at least one box filled in each show to make it worth my time. I don't mind using the little app thing. Now, I am selling stuff right and left, guys. Oh, good. Mom's still here. I'm going to have to run in. You are too. But I'm still selling stuff in boxes. Did you do those harvest pictures? Mindy needs those.
No, era trocadero, ya todo.
But we're still doing some stuff. We're still doing some stuff in messages. But I really want to fill these boxes in the show, because that's volume. Oh, hey, enough! All I need is one or two big buyers in there. They'll buy it all up.
Hey, 9 o'clock.
Yes, I know I have to be there by 9 o'clock. Give me just a moment, guys. I'll be right back. The dog will be carrying on in front of the camera. I'll be right back.
We're very late today.
Get in the back, you little monster. What was he doing up here? Scouring, looking for food? Were you in here scouring, looking for food? Get in the back, you little monster. Sorry, that took me just a moment. I had to run in and see my mom. My mom is so funny. She goes, how are you in the house? You're on video. I said, Mom, there's about a 5-minute delay between what is actually being filmed. She goes, because I'm looking at you right here. You're talking in the car. I said, yeah, there's a 5-minute delay. And then she goes, oh, okay. It was very funny because she held up the phone and she looked at me and she looked at the phone like, how are you doing that? I was just telling everyone that Mom, it was funny. I've had other people say the same thing. I was telling Mom, everyone that Mom was looking at the phone and she looked at me standing there. She's looking at the phone like, how are you doing that? So what I said was, oh, I have a clone. She's like, oh, I know you don't have a clone. I was messing with her. But yeah, that was very funny. She's like, how are you on video? You're out there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay.
A minute.
It's 5 minutes. Depends on the network. YouTube is way behind. Facebook is about a minute behind.
You can put it that way.
Those are very good. Don't give those to Mom.
No.
Those are ginger snaps, aren't they?
No.
Those are
No,
butter,
yeah.
butter, ginger snaps.
Butter.
Butter.
Pecan. No.
Butter pecan.
I'm.
Get in the back, you little monster. We are way behind schedule. Look at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's same.
Well, it doesn't matter. Do you have your phone? Would you leave it at my mother's? We did it first. Before I get too far, find your freaking phone. Everything.
That's it. Okay. 9:15.
How many times does he lose the phone a day? Can you guess? Do you want to take a poll? Hey, let's take a poll. It's already 7 times this morning. 7 times this morning. Where's my phone? And he's only been up for an hour and a half. I'm serious. You have no idea how many times I hear that a day. And he's supposed to be working with it. How can you lose your phone if you're working on it? No. This is going to be a nightmare today a little bit. I've got a lot of logistics issues today. And I have to hang around up there for an hour because I'm late. See, I was supposed to be there at 9 o'clock, or they have to dump my medicine and make me in. And that's why they charge me when I'm late. I already called them and told them I'd be late. And they said, well, we've already mixed it. I said, well, I'm not going to make it. You're going to have to dump it and do it again. But they're not going to charge me for it. I was just lucky. I was just very lucky today that they're not charging me for it. Because I actually could pay it, but I don't want to. Oh, shoot. Well, no, I don't have to. I can do the bank thing on the way back. They've already deducted today. Well, at least the check-in, but I have the medicine to pay, but they can deduct that later. Okay, I never finished that envelope. Hand me that envelope. I was kind of talking about it a little earlier. Sopping wet legal documents from UPS. No plastic around the container. Just a cardboard envelope taped to my fence in the rain with legal express envelope letter. I'm calling UPS and I'm going to throw a fit today. Now, my documents have watermarks on them. Legal documents, I can't use them. So I'm going to have to print all that out after they paid all that money to get it to me. That is for a very massive lawsuit against Burroughs Wellcome. It's a drug company. Because they used medication that was not FDA approved, or part of it was not FDA approved in a medication I took years ago. Now, my settlement will be minimal at best, but it's a class action suit that I am filing. I do win lawsuits against major companies, guys. I'm not like, I don't screw around. I actually won a lawsuit against ExxonMobil, so if I can do that, and I've actually won several lawsuits against major companies. I don't purposely look for them, but the opportunity is there, and a few of my legal friends say, hey, wait a minute, you got a suit here. And I might just do it. This is me jumping on someone else's. That's not my normal. But they wanted me. They want me because they know that my legal staff will take care of this. So, enough. I don't care.
Bacon.
Can't stand that. This is my employee's fault. He trained this dog to beg for things. Perfume bottle. That'll take care of it. You be quiet or you get sprayed with perfume. Ugh, smelly, stinky, nasty stuff. You do it again and you get sprayed. And now it's Betty Boop got it. Ooh, poor Betty Boop. She looked at you like, I'm not barking. Hey, enough. Enough. Give me the bottle. Enough.
What's behind it?
He sees it in my hand. He knows I'll spray it. Enough.
Sorry.
This, I'm sorry.
This
You have to yell at pit bulls like you're going to kill them or they don't listen. Hey. You keep care of it. It won't take but a couple sprays of that and he'll stop. You want a dog out of your front seat? Just hold up a cologne bottle. You don't even have to spray it. No, Betty Boo. Don't spray it. And she's like, come on, I want treats. I'm not barking. All right, so we are on our way to the hospital. Now, that legal thing is not really important. It doesn't affect anybody in the world except for a handful of people that had some medicine that made them really sick. Now, it has nothing to do with my current condition or anything. It's just they did something illegal and now they're going to pay for it. And I'm just part of a class action suit. So that's not a big legal thing for me. When I sued Exxon, it was because, listen to this crap. I was clever. All right, I got shot and murdered in a parking lot with no lights. No lights. Had a big retaining wall behind the Exxon gas station, which was basically blocking off a horrible neighborhood that you couldn't even see from the highway. Literally, exit the highway, pulled into a gas station. You know how they're right on the off-ramp? Literally, you even exited off the off-ramp in Texas to get there. You didn't even have to go up the street. I mean, it was literally right off the highway. I pull in. It's very late at night. I pull in. I get out of my car. I go to the little bulletproof window. All of them down there are like that. And I get shot through the neck. It was much more graphic than that, but I'm not going to make you guys freak out. And so I'm there dying. I managed to put the fingers in the bullet holes and get up. And all my blood was gone yet. And knock, on the little bulletproof window, like, are you going to call the cops? Because I can't talk. He picks up the phone and calls his girlfriend to say, oh, I'm watching someone die. On top of that, never offered to render aid. Even after the police arrived, he never offered to render aid. But that's not the big deal. The big deal is there was no way to tell that this man was standing right next to the little bulletproof window because it was so freaking dark there. But this is a long time ago. I'm going to tell you what it means when I sue a company. So, here I am, myself, my one little Jewish lawyer, no offense, my one little Jewish lawyer from New York sitting there, my one little Texas lawyer, because this is in Texas. And there's Exxon. How many were there total?
I don't know.
Like 30 lawyers? 30 lawyers on the other side of the table. Me and my two lawyers, 30 lawyers on the other side of the table. 16 and a half hour deposition. They put me through it. Not once did I trip up on anything. They were getting nervous. So they thought they were being clever. I did all this on purpose, guys. They thought they were being clever. I said, it's not about, this is a summary, and it is done in legal documents, so it's not quite worded this way, but basically what I summarized is, I'm not about getting money for my medical expenses or even reparations. I want to know that next gas station I drive by, I can look off the highway and tell if I'm going to get murdered if I pull in or not. So what are you asking? So, well, I think the gas station that I went to needs to have brighter lights. I want that. Oh, we can do that. Great, write it up. And we'll review it. And I want my current medical aid. I should have pushed for more. Okay, so they write up, their lawyers, or team lawyers, 2 weeks, writes up this huge thing about how I can't sue him for anything else and that I need to remain not put out this information publicly, obviously. That's been changed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just basically everything they can think of to limit what I would be able to do in the future. I said, well, we'll do a rewrite of this, and we're going to trim it down, because I'm not going to sign anything that legally jargoned. They agreed. So, myself and my 2 lawyers spent a week in my office, and I wrote their legal document. And I was clever. The way I did it is, I indicated that it would be required that a certain BTU level of light would be necessary in any gas station that I might visit. That's how it started. That was the first legal jargon about them being required to increase the BTUs of light to sufficient levels. But the first phrase, that I might possibly visit, they interpreted that within a certain zone of where I am. But they didn't take the time to look and see that I travel all over the world. I could possibly visit every single ExxonMobil gas station on the planet. They didn't know my previous life had a lot of money. So I brought this to a judge friend of mine in Texas. I said, now, am I going to get away with this? Is this going to work? He read through it, called me up a few days later. He said, I need you to come to my office. So I did. I went to his office. He goes, now, legally, I can't really tell you too much because, it's not appearing before me, but I can advise you. Because that is the most clever bullshit I have ever seen pulled. I said, what do you mean? He said, it took me reading this several times to find where you indicated that you could be anywhere on the planet. I just put it in a little phrase way down in the appendix, like that they were trying to pull with me. He said, they're going to interpret that is within a certain miles of your residence. They don't realize that you have residences all over the planet. See, I had to sell all that off. I said, I know. He said, you'll win. They're going to sign off on that and settle out of court, and then all you have to do is file a demand for execution, and it will cost them billions of dollars. They're going to have to change all the lights on every gas station on the planet, and all of them in the future. And he said, you know what else is going to happen? As soon as you pull this off on Exxon, all the other gas stations are going to have to do the same thing, or people will file civil suits based on your lawsuit. I said, well, that was the objective. Now, how did I actually pull it off? Okay, this is all before our next meeting. Now, they had just done all this bullshit and made me write this document. We reduced it a fraction of what it was. So they figured, oh, he just trimmed out all the crap. We're going to pull this over on him. We're only going to have to pay him about $1 million for his medical. My medical was far over that. And we don't ever have to give him reparations or anything else. We're making a lot of money here. And all we have to do is change some lights on a few gas stations. Because that's the way it kind of read. Unless you know where I actually lived. Because I only gave him the one address. That's all I was required to do. But then when they start looking, oh my gosh, he's got an apartment or some sort of facility or a regular scheduled stay at a timeshare in every state in the United States and all over Europe. We're going to have to change all of those lights. After they've signed, all I had to do, they signed it within a couple hours. They skimmed through it, which is exactly what my judge friend said they did. They think they've got you. They're going to skim through that. They don't know you're clever. They don't know you had places all over the world. So, because of their greed, I was able to very easily slip one over. And you know what? Any gas, this happened, what, 1995?
That's a 96, I don't remember.
95, 96. You'll probably remember when all of the gas stations on Earth pretty much went from, one little light over the pump to all those big square lights, every single pump having a great big light. There has to be over a certain level of BTUs there. Every gas station. Anywhere. I can't remember. I called that judge friend of mine back a few years ago, and he said, that really turned me on what you did. He goes, I've been kind of keeping track of the numbers, like an estimated number of how many gas stations they had to change, how much it cost, how much the lights and all that cost to run. You might remember that halogen bulbs started getting used a lot. right about that time. Why? Because ExxonMobil had to buy millions of them. I'll tell you guys, if you're clever and you're not greedy, you can win a lawsuit against these monsters. But you have to sacrifice something yourself. See, what I did, why they jumped at this, is they realized they weren't going to have to pay the about, what has it been, $14-15 million of medical costs I've had for the rest of my life. They got out of that. They thought, oh my gosh, we're really pulling one over on this guy. Because I'd be dead otherwise. Instead, it cost them millions and millions and millions of dollars. And will from now till the end of time. So I just wanted to share that little legal story with you because, you know, a lot of people are intimidated when you're going to sue a major company. And chances are you need to be intimidated because those guys are good. You understand? I had 30 lawyers working against me. 30. Best paid on the planet. And I still was able to pull one over. And how did I do it? Greed. Their greed. It is always easy to win a lawsuit. Appeal to the greed of the person that's coming after you. As soon as they see they can get a little greedy hunk out of you, they're going to jump at it. The trick is, make sure that even though you might give them their little greed, satiate them with an apple, have a chainsaw in those footnotes. So I have a little bit of pride in that. That's probably the one thing I ever did in my life that really affected the planet in a big way. Probably also affected the green signature of the planet too, but not much for all those lights. Yeah, all that power. But and from what I read, I did some statistical studying later, and there has been a significant decrease, or there was, it's not current now, but there was a significant, I've got an asshole behind me.
The truck?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been the lights are not.
Yeah, he's all swerving, his lights are off. Hold on, guys.
I know you're looking at the cookies. So it's thinking I'm with
What a jerk.
come with a toy.
Stupid as a stump.
You can't see the toy.
Doesn't even have license plates. Probably a stolen vehicle. Hey! Where's my cologne bottle? You bark again, and I'm gonna spray this stinky, nasty, awful stuff. President Cologne. Hey! I'm gonna spray this cologne. President, make anyone repulsed. So yeah, that's my big legal history thing. Now, the bad thing is, I screwed myself. But the good thing is, several more people will not get killed in the middle of the night pulling off the gas. I mean, I'm talking, what, 20 feet? You know, it's,
I know that.
what is it, 20 feet off the highway?
Yeah, like.
I mean, just literally, you exit the highway and there it is. And they had purposely built a huge wall. They spent a fortune on this wall. Remember that wall? They purposely built this huge wall that went all the way around the back of their property just to block off the environment behind the gas station. And no lights, so you couldn't see it. Well, you drive by there now, and that place is lit up like Christmas. That is the brightest gas station there is. And all other gas stations must maintain a certain level of BTUs now, worldwide. And all the gas stations on the planet now do that. So that's why when you pull into the gas station and you look up and there's 18 billion mosquitoes flying around those great big huge lights that will blind you, that's why those are there. Because before 1995, you'd see a few of them, but not very many. You'd have one street light. You know how they used to have it? They'd have a pole, and if they had a roof, you might see some lights, but mostly it was an open pump, and there'd be a little pole in between, in the middle of the island, and one little lamp. You don't see that anymore. So that's a little bit of history, guys. A little bit of history. I just wanted to share that with you today while I sit here and play with my tomato. I'm really looking forward. I'm warming it up. You know how I like my tomato? Dirty and sunlight and heat still in it. That's how I like my tomato. Of course, not dirty. I wipe the dirt off, but not wet, not washed off. Just dust the dirt off. make sure it's still warm from the sun.
That's good.
And you eat it. It's absolutely delicious. So that's a little bit of history there. Now, we're going to have fun on Tuesday. I'm not doing any other shows until Tuesday except my vlogs. But we're going to have fun on Tuesday. Tuesday is not selling stuff. Tuesday, I don't even know what the show topic is. Doesn't really matter. It's the Helpful Tips Show. I'm going to share some apps and goodies with you on Tuesday. I had a really good time doing that Thursday. All I need is a good question or two, and I can put on a fantastic show. If I don't get any decent questions, basically you just sit through a little video where I talk about one of the apps I make. And I do okay with that. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's visually appealing. But if you want me to put on a good show, ask me a difficult question. And I will break it down to you as best I can where you will understand my answer. I'll simplify, I'll use visual representations, similes, that kind of thing. And I can explain rather advanced stuff in layman's terms because I didn't learn, I learned backwards. I know that sounds crazy, but I am crazy. I learned backwards. I learned the most advanced stuff that you could possibly learn about e-commerce first. And then I learned all the basics. So because I learned backwards, most of the first 5 years of what I was doing in business was breaking down things from their complete picture to their individual components so I would know what to do. So I learned backwards. I gotta get around this jerk. I learned backwards. I did not learn first do this, first do that, go to this, learn that, go to this. I did it just the opposite. This is the big advanced website. Tear it up and figure out how it was done. That's how I learned. And it helped because that's the way I think. So I'm really good. If I have a question, I have to have a focus. See, I don't focus. I'm thinking about 9 things right now as I'm talking to you guys. As a matter of fact, I need to mention a few things to you today. I'm even formulating some code for a new app I'm making as I'm talking to you. So I'm just explaining something to you about the way I think. So if you want good information out of me, focused, give me an objective. If I come up with the objective, I'm going to end up going off on some tangent on some aspect of it. But if you give me a good question, and I had very good questions on Thursday, you really need to watch my Helpful Tips show Thursday. It was good. It was good. I didn't go off on any big tangents where I lost people. I got a little complicated and confusing, but then I went back and I broke it down. I did a really good job Thursday. That's the kind of show that I'm trying to do. For me to be able to achieve that is a joint effort. I need those focused questions. Otherwise, I'll just keep teaching and you don't know where I'll end up. And it may be useful to you or it may not. But if I have a focused question, guys, I'll start from A to Z. I will take you full circle on whatever that question entails. I'm good at that. That's why my shows are good. No focus, who knows where I'll end up. Focus, you will understand by the time I'm done every aspect of the question you ask and all the elements involved, because that's the way I think. But with no focus, it can be about anything. So I'm asking more favors from my audience. First, I'm trying to get everyone to come buy this stuff for me that I'm selling on Wednesday and Friday so I can dump out my warehouse. I don't care about money. I want that warehouse empty. If I don't get butts in the seat filling those boxes, bonfire time. I already burned up $10,000 worth of stuff and people had a conniption fit. If I don't get people buying this stuff out of the warehouse, I am literally having the employee make a huge pile. And I'm talking a pile that's 14 to 24 feet tall. Depends on what products you put in each pile. And I will burn that whole freaking thing. I need that warehouse empty. The only way you're going to make money out of all this is if you come to the live shows and fill boxes. And I'm making this stuff cheap. I'd much rather sell it to you dirt cheap and you guys make money than make a big bonfire. I've already donated the maximum to charity. If I donate any more to charity, I'm going to get red flagged and audited. I'm not going to do that. So, guys, I have $1 million worth of stuff to get rid of. If you want to take advantage of it, we're doing pennies on the dollar kind of stuff. You still have to pay shipping though. That's why these box things are so much more important than me making listings. I'm pricing things for what they're going to cost you. Build it all up, buy as much as you can at one time, because the more we can shove into that box, the more I'm going to discount your total price and the cheaper it's going to become for you. okay? And the only way you're going to get that super cheap deal is in my live shows. That's Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central and Friday at 7 p.m. Central. You can buy discounted stuff in the little app once he makes the pictures in there, which you will have done today. Once he has those pictures in there with a price. Now, the price and the pictures in the app is not what you get him on the live show. But if they're in the app, that's what you're going to be paying for them. So, something that you could buy for $5 in the live show and then bulk fill up is going to cost you $10 in the app, which is still a good price, but you're not going to make the big profit margins. Trust me, I'll probably sell more out of the app because the prices are still going to be ridiculously low. And it's convenient. You don't have to watch my show. You just go through and pick what you want and fill a box. How do you do that? In the show, it's easy. We fill your box live. Simple enough. In the app, there's a message chat. You send me a list of all the items you want that are in the app with the price, the number, and the amount you want of them, because some will be multiple quantities. It will tell you if there's more than one. So you give me that list. I will go through your list and see if it's possible to fill the entire list with the numbers you've asked for. You might ask for something that I might have looked at, and I look at it and say, oh wait, this is damaged, I can't send that one. So I will give you an adjusted list in the chat. I'll just reply. It'll either be the exact same list you gave me, meaning, okay, I authorize these, or it might be a picture. Okay, look, you put this item, you asked for 5, 4 are okay, this one has a ding in the box. Do you want it, yes or no? So we do a little bit of, okay, hey, look, this is what you want, this is what I've got, there's a little variations here. We make sure we work it all out so you know what you're getting. I'm very thorough about that, guys. Once you reply back, you say, oh, that's awesome. When I reply to you, my employee will have already weighed it, and I will say, by the way, since you bought these many items, I'm not going to charge you additional for shipping. Or I might say, okay, your order came to $75, but you have a comforter in here alone that's going to cost me $25 to ship. So what I'm going to do is all the rest of your order, the shipping is free, but you're going to have to bump up to a $100 box for the comforter. We'll ship it all, but you're going to pay the little extra money for that ginormous comforter set. Your overall cost will still be astronomically small. So basically, I'll reply to you and just tell you what box to buy. Doesn't matter what's in the box, we have a list for that. Then after you buy the box, I would do one more message to you. I pop back in there and I confirm one last time. So you have 2 times me saying, yes, this is what's in this box. Because when you buy the box from my store, you're only buying a box. Now, that's not true because we made arrangements. But legally, you're only buying a box. That $100 empty box is what you're buying. But what protects your butt is that Facebook chat message. All you do is do a screenshot. You don't need protection. I'm going to send your stuff. But if anything ever happened, you've got it. The main reason I do that is, let's say I ship you a box of $100 worth of stuff. And let's say you get home and a tree limb has fallen on your box, or the postman's footprints on the box because he tripped, and it's all damaged. Well, you're not getting anything out of me. I'm not eBay. I'm not going to make you send it back and do all that crap and cost me a bunch of money. I'm going to say, well, file it with the post office. You can't file it with the post office if it's an empty $100 box. So what you do is you go in with your, you use your screenshot, or you just write out what was in the box, and you include the screenshot in your filing. And that is just as good as a written contract to what's in the box, even though it's not in the actual listing. See, for PayPal or the post office to cover you, the description kind of needs to be in the listing, unless you have written out and a signed agreement of what's in the box. It's to cover your butt in case you ever have to have a postal filing. I'll be very frank with you, though, guys. I'm a very honest businessman. If you ever get stuck, something gets broken or whatever, I'm still going to cover it. But there's not going to be any return shipping or any of that crap. I'm not going to spend money on things I'm already giving away. So I'm doing the little list thing to give you guys coverage. I don't have to do that. I don't have to. But I watched a seller on Facebook that had a Facebook listing. They had you get 15 items, 5 of each. Well, a buyer came in there and said, well, you gave me my 15 items, but there were 4 of this one and 6 of the other one. I wanted 5 each. And the seller said, basically said, frick off. Why? Because there was nothing in writing. I will send you a total of 15 items. It should be, he was sneaky, it should be 5 each. But he didn't do that because he didn't feel like it. When you buy something from me, you're going to have a signed, written list. This is what's coming in my box. I don't have to do that, but I want to do that because I don't like any shady crap. Cops or crash.
Exit.
What exit? No, I'm going all the way to the other side of town, aren't I?
Yeah, no, that's it's an exit open.
Oh, they want me to go 435?
Yeah, it's close.
Oh, so we're going to the other hospital today?
Yeah.
Oh, how long is that going to take?
Well, the other one went to 11.
Oh, so we'll still be done quicker if I go to the further hospital. The other one I have to wait till 11?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll do that then. Same price, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Sorry, I was going one place and I just found out by the GPS I'm going somewhere else. Where do I exit?
It's in the same.
Oh, the same down. Oh, just basically on Manchester over there and then turn around and get back on the highway. So I'm taking 435 is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's better than driving through the crack neighborhoods. I'd much rather go the 435 than driving through the middle of town. So I'll get there quicker then. Maybe, you think?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay. I'm getting kind of close to my destination, so we're getting logistics here. All right, let me stick my face up here and see if I can read any of that stuff. Oh, Ed popped in here. Hey, that's the Philippines in here. That's VA. By the way, Ed, you're always welcome to put the link to your business where you sell your VA services anytime you pop into any of my posts. And by the way, that goes to anyone. I don't consider it spam if you come into my posts and say, hey, this is my business. This is what I sell. But, oh, shit. Almost missed it, didn't I?
I missed it too.
You missed it too? Yeah. See, we're going to a place we never go. Or a way we never go. So, if you are watching any of my live streams at any time, the daily vlogs, my shows, any of that, do not put items for sale, but put your whole store. That's not a problem. Like if you're selling on eBay, oh, this is my eBay store. Come check out my stuff. That's fine, because I don't want to be bothered to look you up. I'd much rather just go down my comments and say, okay, let's share everybody's store that was in my site today. Or follow them on, subscribe on YouTube or whatever it happens to be. I have no problem with that. If you start putting items for sale, then we'll have words.
In half a mile, exit right.
Wow, that's so gross. You know, this is almost warm enough for me to eat. Is there some PWA thing, motorcycle thing this week? There, in front of me, there's a bunch of motorcycles, veteran motorcycle things.
Familia.
Is that this week?
In 0.
Because they all have the...
The same motorcycle. Only one has the three.
Oh, only one has the little flag, so it's not a group. Okay, nah, that's... Hey, you stupids. People drive so frickin' bad.
Exit right.
Look at this jerk.
Just kidding.
Sorry, I hate bad drivers, guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to let you go because I am kind of in the thick of it. It is 9:06. I am kind of in the thick of a construction zone, and this is really dangerous. I got a bunch of idiots around me today. That one's drinking a beer at 9 o'clock in the morning. You see that?
Working and working.
Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to me rattle on and on and on. A little bit about e-commerce, a little bit about everything else, a little bit about old lawsuit I had. Just chit-chatting with you guys today. Oh, crap. Why did I get over one? Just chit-chatting with you guys today. All right, guys. I will talk to everyone again soon. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Tomorrow is Sunday, correct?
No.
Okay, tomorrow is Sunday. On Sunday, there's a few things I'm going to call out for you to do. Make sure Jay's back. He was off for a week, so watch Bolarama, the Jay Craft Show on YouTube. Also on Sunday, I do a Facebook Live video. Now, yes, you see me on video all the time, but I actually do it on Facebook. So you'll get different notifications on Sunday. I always do a kind of a Facebook Live Sunday show. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to everyone again soon. Look at all these idiots. Bad drivers today. These are all people late for work. Or all hungover or something. All right, guys, I'll see everyone again soon.